Before the Ford Focus RS stole the spotlight, and before hot hatches started coming with all-wheel drive and digital dashboards, there was a beast hiding in plain sight. A hatchback with a turbocharged 5-cylinder heart-enough torque to make you grip the wheel tighter, and a soundtrack that could make an Audi owner jealous. The Ford Focus ST Mk2 isn't just another hatchback. It's the kind of car that could smoke your friend's tuned Civic, carry a week's worth of groceries, and still make you grin like you're 16 and driving for the first time. And if you're in North America, you probably never even got the chance to buy one, which makes this car even more special. Launched in 2005, the Mk2 Focus ST was Ford's answer to Europe's growing hot hatch market. Built on the C307 platform, it was bigger, more refined, and more powerful than the Mk1. But here's the twist. It wasn't just another warmed-up economy car. It was powered by a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5 borrowed from Volvo, tuned for excitement and character. This engine gave the ST a unique personality, more like a quirky European sports car than a commuter hatch. And because Ford decided it wasn't worth bringing to the US or Canada, it instantly became forbidden fruit for North American enthusiasts. While the JDM scene had legends like the Civic Type R and Subaru WRX Europe, had this a hot hatch that could run with the best while flying completely under the radar. Pop the hood, and you're greeted by a piece of hardware that sets the Mk2 ST apart from nearly every other hatch of its era. The 2.5-liter Duratec ST engine is actually a Volvo-sourced inline-5, boosted by a turbo to produce 225 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque in stock form. On paper, those numbers might not look mind-blowing today, but the way it delivers them is something else entirely. The 5-cylinder layout gives it a power band that feels muscular and eager, with a deep growl down low and a furious scream up top. 0 to 60 takes around 6.4 seconds, and if you keep your foot buried, you'll see 152 miles per hour. But more than the numbers, it's the sensation, the slight turbo lag before a surge of torque, the way the revs climb like they mean it. The shove in your back when boost hits. It's addictive. And for tuners, this engine is a goldmine. A simple remap can push it well past 260 horsepower, and with bigger turbos, exhaust, and fueling, you can breach 300 or even 350, all without losing that distinctive sound. The Mk2 ST doesn't shout about its performance the way some hot hatches do. Instead, it has a confident, muscular stance without going over the top. The front end is dominated by a large trapezoidal grille flanked by swept-back headlights and a sculpted bumper. Subtle side skirts and a small roof spoiler give it just enough aggression to stand out without looking like it's trying too hard. In 2008, the facelift arrived: sharper headlights, a sleeker grille, and a cleaner, more modern bumper design. The changes weren't drastic, but they gave the car a fresher, more premium feel. The facelift also brought new color options like the iconic electric orange, which became the hero color for the ST. Inside updates included better materials, extra chrome accents, and improved tech like keyless entry and adaptive headlights. But no matter the year the ST's look has aged gracefully, it still turns heads today, especially if you find one in a bold color and clean condition. One of the biggest appeals of the Focus ST Mk2 is that it doesn't sacrifice everyday usability for performance. It came in 3-door, 5-door, and even estate versions, so you could choose the body style that fit your life. The cabin is surprisingly spacious for a compact, with enough room in the back for passengers and a decent-sized boot for luggage or gear. Recaro sports seats came standard, offering a perfect blend of comfort and support. The driving position is spot on, with everything within easy reach. You get air conditioning, cruise control, and an audio system that was decent for its time. In short, you could daily drive this thing without compromise. It's not some stripped-out track toy. It's a real car you could live with, yet still enjoy on every single drive. The Focus ST Mk2 rides lower and firmer than a standard Focus with sport-tuned suspension that keeps it planted in corners without beating you up on rough roads. The steering is quick and precise, giving you plenty of feedback about what the front tires are doing. Push it hard into a bend, and the chassis feels eager and balanced. There's minimal torque steer for a car putting that much power through the front wheels, which is a testament to Ford's chassis tuning. On a twisty back road, it's one of those cars that makes you feel like a better driver than you are. The grip is there, the brakes are strong, and the engine always feels ready to punch you out of a corner. It's a car that begs to be driven, and it rewards you for doing so. If there's one thing that truly sets the ST Mk2 apart from most of its rivals, it's the sound. That 5-cylinder turbo engine has a growl that's rich, deep, and utterly addictive. From the moment you start it, there's a low offbeat rumble that turns into a hard-edged howl when you get on the throttle. Turbo whooshes, wastegate chatter, and the occasional pop on overrun make it sound more like a rally car than a commuter. For many owners, the soundtrack is reason enough to buy one. And with an aftermarket exhaust, the car goes from great to unforgettable. You'll find yourself taking the long way home just to hear it. In North America, the Mk2 Focus ST is almost mythical because it was never sold there. You'd have to import one to own it, which means it's a rare sight on U.S. streets. Even in Europe, clean, unmolested examples are getting harder to find, as many have been modified or driven hard. This rarity has given the ST a cult following, especially among enthusiasts who appreciate cars that aren't just everywhere. In the UK and parts of Europe, you'll still find active clubs and meets dedicated to the Mk2 ST, where owners share tuning tips, show off builds, and keep the scene alive. It's a car that blends into traffic when you want it to, but earns respect when people realize what it is. The Mk2 ST is a tuner's dream. The stock engine is strong enough to handle moderate power increases without breaking a sweat. A simple Stage 1 remap can get you close to 260 horsepower. Go to Stage 2 with intake exhaust and intercooler, and you're looking at 280-300. Stage 3 with a bigger turbo, 350 plus. There are builds out there pushing 400 horsepower, but at that point, you're into forged internals and serious supporting mods. Suspension upgrades, big brake kits, and lightweight wheels are common to help the car handle the extra speed. The aftermarket support is huge, with everything from cosmetic bits to full performance packages available. Just remember, more power means more stress on the drivetrain, so maintenance is key if you want it to last. The Mk2 ST's pros are easy to list, thrilling performance, great handling, everyday usability, and that unforgettable sound. It's fun without being impractical fast, without being intimidating, and unique enough to stand out. On the downside, fuel economy isn't great. Expect mid-20s mpg at best, and less if you drive it hard. Insurance can be pricey, especially for younger drivers. Tall drivers might find the cabin a bit tight with a helmet on, so track days could be cramped. And because it's getting older, some parts may be harder to source, especially trim pieces. But if you can live with those quirks, the rewards far outweigh the drawbacks. The Ford Focus ST Mk2 is proof that you don't need a supercar badge to have supercar smiles. It's a hatchback with character, speed, and soul, the kind of car that makes you want to drive for no reason at all. Whether you're carving up a mountain road, blasting down a highway, or just heading to work, it delivers excitement in a way few modern cars can match. And for those lucky enough to own one, it's not just a car, it's a statement. In a world of safe, predictable transportation, the Mk2 ST is a reminder that driving should be fun. And that's why, years after it left the showroom, it's still one of the greatest hot hatches ever built. And that's the Ford Focus ST Mk2, a turbocharged 5-cylinder European hot hatch that blends everyday practicality with raw, old-school driving excitement. It's proof that a car doesn't need insane horsepower numbers or a flashy badge to make your heart race. Whether you're already an ST owner hunting for your first hot hatch, or just love cars that fly under the radar, this one's worth every bit of respect it gets. If you enjoyed this deep dive, drop a like, share it with a fellow car enthusiast, and tell me in the comments, if you had the choice, would you take a Mk2 Focus ST over today's modern hot hatches? And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got more hidden gems, forbidden fruit, and automotive legends coming your way. Until next time, keep the boost up, the revs high, and I'll see you in the next one.